Once upon a time, in a very beautiful African village, there lived a young lady named Chioma. She was the only daughter of Chief Okoro, the richest man in the village. Chioma was a beautiful and kind-hearted girl who always had a smile on her face. She was loved by everyone in the village because of her character. She fell in love with a poor farmer named Ikenna. Ikenna was an honest and hard-working man. He was known for being a kind and honorable man in the village. Despite the difference in their social status, they were deeply in love with each other. Their love was pure and true. Chioma's parents were initially hesitant about the match, but they saw how much Ikenna cared for their daughter, and they eventually gave their blessing for the marriage. They began planning for the marriage of Chioma and Ikenna. The young couple were very happy about their upcoming wedding. During one of their meetings, Ikenna gave Chioma a beautiful necklace. He told her that, although he was not wealthy, he promised to provide all her needs and that the necklace is a token of his love for her. Everyone in the village was excited for the union of the wealthy girl and the humble farmer and anticipated their wedding. However, the day before the wedding, tragedy struck. Chioma suddenly fainted, and when she woke up, she had lost all her memories of Ikenna. Her parents were confused by this development. Chioma does not remember anything about Ikenna. She could not remember their love, and this broke Ikenna's heart. He could not bear the thought of losing Chioma, so he left the village in search of a cure for her forgotten memories. As days passed, Chioma started to grow close to the son of her father's close friend, a wealthy young man named Uche. His father was a very wealthy merchant. They lived in the neighboring village, so he often comes to visit Chioma at her home. Chioma started enjoying Uche's company. While Chioma and Uche were growing closer with each passing day, Ikenna was preparing to return to the village, since his search for the cure did not produce any results. It had been a month since he left the village. Chioma and Uche eventually decided to get married. Her parents were surprised with this news because they know how much their daughter loves Ikenna, but there was nothing they could do since she had lost her memories. So they could only accept her decision to make her happy. This was the news that greeted Ikenna upon his arrival to the village. He rushed to Chioma's house. He tried to remind Chioma about their love, but she still could not remember him. Ikenna was devastated as he left Chioma's house. He decided to leave the village as he could not watch Chioma marry another man. Meanwhile, Chioma felt a strange sadness when she saw Ikenna, but she did not know the reason for it. Feeling emotional, she went back to her room. She started going through her belongings in preparation for the wedding, when she noticed a beautiful necklace among her things. As soon as she saw it, her eyes widened. It was as if a thick dust that clouded her mind suddenly got cleared. In a flash, her memories came flooding back and she screamed in disbelief. Her parents quickly ran to her room and asked her what was wrong. She explained to them that she remembers everything. She asked about Ikenna, and her parents told her everything that had happened. Chioma immediately ran out of her room to Ikenna's house to stop him from leaving. She met Ikenna at the entrance of his house with his bags. She hugged him and told him that she remembers everything and that he should not leave. Ikenna was surprised and happy. The two of them reunited, their love stronger than ever. However, the news of their reconciliation caused a terrible consequence to befall Uche. Unbeknownst to them, Uche had always been in love with Chioma and was jealous of her love for Ikenna. Out of envy and jealousy, he went to a powerful old witch in the forest and had her cast a spell on Chioma to make her forget Ikenna and fall in love with him instead. The old witch warned Uche that if Chioma ever remembered her true love, the spell would be broken and he would face a terrible backlash. However, blinded by his love for Chioma, Uche went through with his plan, hoping to live a blissful life with Chioma. Unfortunately for him, as soon as Chioma remembered Ikenna, the spell was broken, and Uche was immediately struck by a terrible sickness. The backlash of the spell had brought terrible consequences to him. He was bedridden all his life and lived a life of loneliness. And so, Chioma and Ikenna lived happily ever after, with the lessons of their past guiding them to a future filled with love and happiness. The moral lessons to be learned from this story is 1. Love should never be forced, and true happiness comes from following your heart, not from trying to control others. 2. Jealousy and deceit can lead to tragic consequences. 3. It's important to always remember and cherish the love that is true and genuine. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, please like and subscribe to support the channel. See you in our next story. Bye.